ahead of Anambra State Governorship election in November, Professor Chukwuma Soludo, the governor of Anambra State, has imposed 50 million naira non-refundable fee for any party or any candidate to campaign in Anambra State for the election. This has led to one of the parties to organize a protest against that draconic law or imposition, if you like. This is because Anambra State, under Soludo, apparently want to stop small political parties from participating in the election by having their own candidates. I was shocked that Soludo, a professor who understands the right of Nigerians and political associations to contest the election, that he will put such a heavy responsibility on parties that they must pay non-refundable fee of 50 million naira before they will be allowed to campaign ahead of the November election. And he did this under the guise of Anambra State Signage and the advertisement agency. This is the agency that Chukwuma Soludo has used to impose a fee of 50 million naira on each of the 16 candidates whose names had been released by the Independent National Electoral Commission for the November election. Now, at a press conference announcing the guideline for political party campaign for the Anambra State Governorship election on November 8, 2025, the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Anambra State's Signage and Advertisement Agency, ANSAA, Tony Ujubuonu, had said that payment of the amount is a mandatory requirement to obtain a campaign permit from ANSAA, that's Anambra State Signage and Advertisement Agency, before commencing campaign activities that require visual promotion and rallies. According to the Managing Director of ANSAA, the permit comes with a statutory fee of 50 million naira payable to the Anambra State government. The campaign fee grants the parties the right to deploy their campaign materials and activities using posters, public address systems, branded vehicles, banners, flyers, bulletins, t-shirts, caps, street storms, rallies, and sundry in locations across the cities, villages, and communities of the 21 local government areas of the state. Ujubuonu said, in other words, you cannot do public address system. You can't even bring out your public address system to address people on the streets of Anambra State, to hold rallies, or to wear t-shirts indicating your candidates, or even have a branded vehicle, unless you deposited your 50 million naira. So if you make flyers, banners, It is termed an illegality in Anambra State. In other words, it's not as if you deposit that 50 million, that 50 million will cover your posters, that they will use it to print your posters. You will still go and print the posters by yourself. You will still go and buy the vehicles by yourself and brand them. You will still go and make your t-shirt and face caps. You are still going to pay for your billboard. All these ones is just to allow you to be able to show your brand, show your party, show your candidates, be on the streets and announce and run your campaign. Why is this country like this? Why do I tolerate things like this? From a state governor who is a professor who ought to know better. Can you imagine if the federal government said that no presidential candidate can campaign in Nigeria unless he deposits 5 billion, non-refundable 5 billion with the Central Bank of Nigeria? We will condemn it in this channel, and that's why we are condemning it right now in Anambra State. And because of this, you know how this country is. The only people that have money to throw around are those who are in government, like Soludo, who is incumbent governor, and his party that is in power. So they have money, so they can afford the 50 million. Perhaps you can say APC can afford the 50 million. You can say, okay, perhaps PDP can afford the 50 million. So you are telling me that smaller parties cannot participate in election in Anambra State, in governorship election. So a school teacher who emerged as the governorship candidate of a small party ahead of November election, he can't campaign. He can't open his mouth in Anambra to campaign and ask for the vote of Anambra people because he didn't deposit 50 million naira, non-refundable. Why do we do this to our democracy? Why? And there are some states that have been able to do this kind of imposition. This is not allowed. The INEC has given the guidelines for election. Why should Anambra State have its own special guideline for campaign? INEC did not demand any deposit before you can be allowed to campaign. INEC is the electoral body. So why should Anambra State be imposing 50 million for candidates to be able to campaign, be able to show their billboard, be able to have their vehicles branded with their colors and what and messages? It's really unfortunate the things we are witnessing in this our democracy. What message is Soludo trying to pass? So campaign has become an internally generating revenue for Anambra State. It has become an instrument to stifle opposition. It is because of that there is a political party, let me get the name, African Action Congress. They are planning a demonstration in Anambra State on Friday, June 20th, to protest that draconic fee imposed by Soludo. They describe it as exploitative and undemocratic, arguing that it aims to stifle political participation, of course, and limit grassroots campaigns ability. That's what it is. They don't want small parties to participate in the Anambra election. After passing the INEC guideline, now you have to pass through Anambra guideline for you to participate in the election. In a statement by the Chioma, Chimeze Uzuku, media director of Chioma 2025 campaign committee, the AAC declared that this fee seeks to stifle political participation, saying they cannot remain silent in the face of economic disenfranchisement. That's exactly what it is. It means that a teacher cannot contest governorship election in Anambra State. So what kind of democracy is that? In this channel, I have done video where I said that is outrageous in this country that people will be selling forms to contest election 100 million, 50 million, 20 million, 30 million. That is no longer democracy. And I said political parties have to make the sale of their application forms in line with the minimum wage of Nigeria. Even if it means that when it is so low in your own estimation that over 2 million people can apply to be governor because the form for governorship is sold at 70,000 naira. So be it. But the idea of selling governorship from outrageous amount, I condemn it totally. And that is the same way I'm condemning this Soludo's imposition of 50 million naira on every candidate. And that is outside the money that these candidates will spend for the campaign. This is just for Anambra State Government. And that is when people enter government, they'll be stealing money. Stealing money. It means that for you to campaign in Anambra, you don't have 50 million, you have to go to bank and borrow money just to pay a deposit. You are not talking about the money you pay for to now go and do branding of your vehicles, your t-shirts, and caps and all whatnot. I think what Soludo is doing in Anambra State is condemnable. It should be condemned. And those African Action Congress deserve commendation for rising up against it. And I think that Soludo should be made to rescind that draconic fee he imposed there. He cannot impose any law outside of the law guiding the INEC conducted election. If he is afraid that too many parties participating in the election will harm his chances, then that's his business. It is the Anambra people that will determine whether he merited being there or not for second term. It is not for him to chase away people or stifle people participation or stifle participation of other parties just to make him have easy way to victory. I don't know what you think about such draconic imposition of 50 million naira non-refundable deposit before you can run campaign in Anambra State ahead of the November election. Whatever is your position, let's hear from you at the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.